Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. It says Happy Easter and Passover. Passover started a little before Easter.
And lasts quite a bit longer, doesn't it?
It does. It's an 8-day holiday.
But this is our Easter show.
We have protection
Passover
here.
Show.
We have our
little
mask.
It's our mask that neither one of us are wearing. This is a community mask. We share this mask.
We also, if those of you who didn't notice last week, there's a piece of glass between us.
That's right.
Sound effects. I think you see it. Yeah, there it is.
Let's see that Easter. Let's see that Easter.
You want to see the
graphic that we have?
You got to talk to your producer about that.
And we have a Passover graphic too. Oh, there it is.
That's your Easter graphic?
And then we have a Passover
What's that, eggs and flowers?
Just for equal rights, we have a Passover one too.
Oh, that's cute.
See?
I like that.
See? I told you like that.
They don't make triangular matzah.
Matzahs.
But you'd probably cut yourself even more.
It's like a Dorito.
So for breakfast now, you have to eat matzah because you can't, theoretically you could have cereal because it's not leavened.
Yes.
But we use whipped cream cheese to symbolize how the Jews were abused in Egypt with a whip.
I see.
Yes, that's symbolic, having whipped cream cheese.
Yes.
Religious.
Now, also, we want to mention another celebration we have here.
What is that, Marky?
Las Cruces channel. This is the 11th-year celebration of Las Cruces channel.
11th year.
On the air.
We started April 9th, apparently.
April 9th, yes.
11 years ago. I've been with you guys for 9 years.
9 years now?
9.5, it depends.
This show's been on the air, it'll be 11 years in June.
Yeah. Just started 2-3 months after they opened the channel.
That's right.
And we're still going strong.
Yes.
Even because we have our masks.
And there was also a day of celebration yesterday, wasn't there, Michael?
Yes, yesterday was Gin and Tonic Day, believe it or not. Sponsored by, whoever makes gin and tonic. And the people who put it out on the internet were Fever Tree.
Fever Tree Tonic.
You used to complain when we do gin and tonics on the show.
We've done it. And
I had to go looking for White Rock tonic water because you didn't like Schweppes and you didn't like the store-bought because it was all with
high fructose corn syrup or aspartame.
Yes, you don't want aspartame. Horrible taste. As Fever Tree says, we have 2 Fever Tree flavors here, the elderflower in this hand, and in this hand the Indian flavor, and we're going to mix them with 2 different weird gins.
We'll do one now and one after the break.
So White Rock had actual sugar, and that's why that was good, because you'd prefer sugar to
toxic.
Yes.
Sugar's toxic enough.
So this is pretty healthy stuff. In fact, the Deckers love this stuff. They asked me, how do you do a good gin and tonic? And actually, Fever Tree is the way to do it. So they stock up on Fever Tree, and that's the way to do it. So what we're going to do is Tanqueray makes this. This is new in the last 2 years, Malacca or Malacca.
Malacca.
And it's sort of like Rangapur. You want to say it your way?
Ranjapur.
Ranjapur.
We've had that before.
Yes, we've done Ranjapur because Ranjapur gin is made with lime. This is made with all sorts of spices. So I'm going to give you a little bit, like an ounce of that. And if you want to be picky, you could measure out your tonic water.
Now, how much tonic water do you want?
You have to use, I would say, I don't know, 2 ounces. It should be 3 to 1. It should be 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
Yeah.
Well, that's not at all like a martini, is it?
No. This is a tall drink.
Yes, it is.
See how you like it first. With just 2 to 1. So,
alrighty.
Slandra.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
I
think 2 to 1's good.
What makes it good is the gin and the tonic water.
Yes, the gin and the tonic water. So you have 2 essentials. I mean, you have a good gin, and you have a good tonic, and you have a good gin and tonic.
Then if you want
it's got a lot of flavor.
You can add some lime, as I will now.
Oh, that's a good idea, too. Since it's not Ranjapur, which has its own lime. If you want a simple one, you don't have to put lime in it. Get the Ranjapur Tanqueray.
I think the lime really is a nice accent to it.
It opens it up.
It really does. Now, a friend of the show...
Wait, before you do that, one of the things is that, do you know we're in this COVID virus season? Did you hear about that?
I've heard.
And people are pushing this quinine stuff.
Yes.
Tonic water has quinine.
Has quinine, valuable quinines.
And the reason this is called fever tree is because that is the name of the tree where you get quinine.
Oh.
It's because it was used for malaria.
I hear it has 9 of them.
Huh? Has what?
Nine.
Quinine. Quinine? 9 quines?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you want. You want 9.
That's all you need. Okay, here we go. You were saying.
Well, a friend of the show, he's been on in the past, Randy Harris, in previous weeks at the Farmers and Crafts Market downtown, he'd have a survey each week, a different survey, asking people the question of the week. And recently he had a question, and that question is, given a choice, would you prefer to live in the past, the present, or the future?
Yes.
Now,
and you want to tell them the results of that?
Well, he asked 143 people. Okay. And the results were 37 voted for the past, 88 went with the present, and 18 voted for the future.
They're happy to live now. Probably people wanted to live in the past, were old and really cherished when they were younger, because that would mean they were younger.
Well,
they think. I mean, what do you...
You have to pick when in the past, though.
It depends on what music you want.
40 years ago? 100
50s.
years ago? Stone Age?
Neanderthal? They just found out what Neanderthals could make string.
Yes, they can make, but if you with modern day intellect, go back to the days that say the Cro-Magnon, you're the king.
That's true. You can invent the wheel, and you go, oh, they'll call it the Steffen.
Fire, you could have fire.
You could call it Steffen.
That's true.
Yes.
You could ride a dinosaur, tame a dinosaur.
Oh, well, that would be fun.
Ride your very own. Yeah. And so, what would you...
We have a bigger crowd, I think, than Steve Colbert. Do you hear that
I do.
laughter? Yeah.
What about, somebody go, what do you think your choice might be?
Wherever I could get a good drink, it really doesn't matter.
I wouldn't have a problem with the present as long as it's not right now with the coronavirus.
Well, that's true. I think that's what his point was in asking it. Do you want to live when there's a big disease that you have no way to cure it?
I'll wait for the present.
So, speaking of your disease here,
yes.
The CanSino, which is a Chinese company, just finished their first test of a COVID vaccine.
CanSino?
That's the name of the company. That's what it sounded like.
I had a friend
spelled it phonetically.
I had a friend in Hollywood
Casino?
named Ray CanSino.
Do you think he owns that company?
No, but he was the nephew of a woman named CanSino, whose
Chinese?
Whose real name was Rita Hayworth. Or Rita CanSino was her real name, but she changed it to Rita Hayworth. He was Rita Hayworth.
Let me write that down so I can mention it next
nephew.
time I see you. That sounds like an important fact to know.
Yes.
So, are you future, past, present? I don't think it matters. You're still yourself, aren't you?
And also the
you
future.
deal with whatever it is.
You have to pick when in the future.
Well, do you choose it on what music you like?
1,000 years in the future?
I know a lot of people would like to have lived in the 80s, which we did, and that was pretty good. Except for HIV.
I lived in Hollywood, California all through the 80s. I was on the music scene, the movie scene. We had a great time out there.
I lived in New York, in California. Where's New York?
It's on the
coast.
It's on the right coast.
These are very refreshing. The thing about gin
are.
and tonics is they're darn easy to make.
It's true.
You can't go wrong.
Now, with this virus, there's
Yes.
a couple of benefits to it.
What?
Well, school is out, which means school's out, and we don't have to worry about driving through school zones at 15 miles an hour, even before school has been released.
Thank God for small favors, because I know that really irks you to drive, 15? 15 miles an hour for the amount
Well, why do it when you don't have to? The children aren't even out of school yet. Yet they turn on the school zones, and the guy blows a whistle at you if you're not going 15 miles an hour.
On the other hand, when school's in, you have something to aim at when you're driving.
You mean when they've released them?
Yes.
Yes. Another benefit to the children and teachers is they don't have to worry about the mass shootings at schools, do they?
Oh, so you think that's a good benefit?
I think it is
well,
a good benefit.
Well, it is a benefit. I mean, they could do, they can go to people's houses who have lots of kids.
Yes. Well, just to illustrate that, what kids don't have to worry about, we've got a little PSA that was put together.
Do we have a PSA?
We'd like to show. Yeah, run that, Chris, if you would.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
Kurt, take that off.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
The Sandy Hook Promise.
No, we don't narrate it because people were talking.
Yeah, and those kids were cute.
And so, no school.
And so we're against guns, and we're for gun registration, right?
Well, we're not
we
against-
don't want. I mean, just because they're not in school, people will be back in school. So perhaps people should get register their guns. So if they're a little nutsy,
Well, if you buy
maybe-
a gun, when you buy a gun, it's automatically registered in your name.
Yeah, but are you given a questionnaire? Do you have a history? Are people following you? I mean,
People following? Why? Somebody following you? You paranoid?
That's why I have this glass here, man.
Well, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not following you.
They are.
But with the virus, shopping malls are empty. You don't have to worry about mass shootings there or mass shootings out in public.
But you have to worry about some guy with a gun who decides he hates you because you just cut him off in traffic.
Oh, well, you always have that.
Right.
That's the way you carry your own gun, right?
Yeah, but that's why you have to have guns registered, and you have
They
to
are
have people. Well, still, that really hasn't helped, has it? Then.
No, it hasn't.
Man, people are buying more and more guns because they think that the apocalypse is coming. That's the future. It depends on what you think the future is.
Well, the present is now. And did you know that non-essential businesses are not allowed to be open these days? And they've just extended that to car dealers, liquor stores, and payday loan stores.
Wow.
How
are people going to get money?
I have. But there's a car dealer. That's Borman. They're closed.
Right, but they're on TV. They're saying you can call up,
Yes.
buy a car, and they will bring it over.
You can buy them on the internet as
And
well.
you can get a great deal through. Oh, Kelly Liquors, that's gone.
They're closed. But if Kelly Liquors sold food, or if Borman started selling food and toilet paper, maybe then that would qualify them to stay open.
That's a good idea. I think it's a little late for figuring that out. You said Kelly Liquors sells Slim Jims.
Did you call that food?
Do they sell macaroons? Should we? Oh, okay. Did you want to change? I'm changing the topic.
Okay.
It is Passover, right?
Yeah.
And you celebrate it by eating a macaroon.
Well, I'll
Or
eat a
matzah.
macaroon for any occasion.
Yes. I figured you needed some sugar in your body because it's tonic water.
What, I'm not sweet enough?
I don't know. I'm not the one to judge, am I?
Well, you could.
Anyway, is it time for our break? Feels like it.
No. No.
What else you got there? New restrictions in stores?
Well, the customers, now the stores are restricting entrance to customers. With customers, you have to go in when a customer leaves the store, another customer goes in. I ran into that at Lowe's Garden Center this week. And then it turned out
I think it depends on timing. I went to Home Depot last week, and there's a big line. I went this week. There was no line. It was pretty easy.
It is on time. Then it turned out the line to check out at Lowe's was 3 times longer than the line to get into the place.
And the line I was on in Home Depot had nobody there because I went through the Garden Center.
Well, the Garden Center was where I was.
Now we got to take a break. Oh, okay.
There's always a break, Michael.
There's always a break?
It's just timing, like you said.
New customer restrictions.
So let's take a break.
You can buy your alcohol at Walgreens, Walmart, and
wherever. We're fine, dude.
You found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here. Horizon Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here.
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
Hello, welcome back to Double Talk.
I'm just finishing off a macaroon. Macaroon is a traditional Passover snack because it's not made with wheat, it's made with coconuts. And we're going to do the second half with, this is the Gin Factory small batch distilled Scottish gin.
Scottish gin?
Scottish gin, and it's also rosemary flavored. We did this with some other drink before. It was really tasty. So we're going to do, you got your glass?
Yes, sir. Now,
give you another OZ of...
Is this Scottish gin available in stores?
No, you have to buy it from the guy that knocks on your door.
Some guy sells it out of the trunk of his car?
No, you can get this. This is probably, it's... Liquor stores.
And the liquor stores
are no, they are open in Texas, and the reason is because liquor is not sold in grocery stores in Texas. So liquor stores are considered to be necessary.
You can't even get liquor in Walgreens in Texas. You used to be able to. You can't now.
No, they're not in other stores. You have to have a specific liquor store.
And I understand that the sales of liquor have gone up 50%.
Can't blame them, man.
Hunker in place has gone
on. Which coincides with the fact that you can't recycle glass. We're going to build up a lot of
I do
bottles.
Recycle glass.
So do I.
But you can't do it right now because recycling is closed.
So I'm going, Fever Tree makes a number of different flavors. The one we had before was elderflower, which is very nice with almost everything. This is called the Indian tonic water. Tonic water was really first kind of in India when the British were there.
Indians should go with the Ranjapur.
The Ranjapur. Yeah, but since Ranjapur has different flavor, this is rosemary, so we'll see how this works. A rosemary flavored gin and Indian tonic water. And we don't have to stir it because it stirred itself.
It is. Down the hatch. It's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not as floral. I mean, the elderflower makes it really sort of bubbling with the flow.
This tonic's a bit more overpowering, I think.
It's more tonic-y, more ginny, more quinine-y.
Yes. It's more assertive.
I think the other one was prettier.
Now.
Prettier?
Prettier?
Yeah, it was prettier.
Now this has quinine, and when quinine has been used to battle malaria.
Yes.
And now we have hydroxychloroquine, which is sort of in the quinine family.
It's a derivative of quinine.
And they think it might help people with the coronavirus. The president has recommended as many people use it as possible, although I think you need a prescription to get it.
You do. And why is he recommending it?
And well, hold on.
Okay.
Hydroxychloroquine has a brand name of Plaquenil. And Plaquenil is made by the company Sanofi or Sanofi. And I think the reason the president wants everybody to use it is because he and his family have financial interest in that company.
And that would be logical. So he makes money by pushing it. So when he gets on and does political announcements, he's actually doing personal.
Right. It seems to me that's a violation
ads.
of the emoluments clause.
Oh, we don't want those emoluments to be.
Emolument.
Yeah.
Now, Trump has said he is a wartime president. We're at war with this virus, so he's a wartime president. Unfortunately, the war on science.
Oh, I want to hear you build this argument. Oh, you wrote it out, right?
Well,
your
listen,
points. Okay.
No, President Obama is the one who set up the pandemic response unit,
Right.
which was there in place just in case such an event like this occurs.
For at least 8 years, right?
And Donald Trump got rid of it 2 years ago. So that's why we're so far behind on this thing. You know, we got it at the same time, the very same week that South Korea got it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're
That's true.
pretty much done with it. Us, we haven't even peaked yet.
They had lots of testing. They considered, I mean, you could go look on all the late night shows and probably political shows, Seth Meyers and Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Steve Colbert, all talk about how he mentioned how it's just like the flu.
Just like, and it'll go away by miracle.
Right.
Well, the other countries like Italy, China, Spain, who got it before we did, and should have many more deaths. We have the most people infected with it in the world, and we have the most deaths from it in the world, including China.
We have a third of the cases.
Of course,
There's-
China's probably lying about how many cases
Probably.
they really have.
They did a really strict lockdown pretty
Maybe
quickly.
we're lying about it too. Who knows?
Well, there's 1.5 million cases in the world. We have 500,000, so we have a third of the cases.
Well, no country is better equipped to handle this than us. Yet we're still failing.
Yes.
But,
Anyway,
and I've heard that insurance does not cover the COVID-19 treatment for it. It'll cover the testing.
It depends on what insurance I think you have. My insurance company just said they would cover the testing and the
treatment of it?
Treatment. That's what they said.
How about funeral costs?
Which kind of costs?
Funeral.
No, you have a different insurance for that.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they just burn you.
Okay.
So yes, insurance. Also, I just found out Geico. I have Geico insurance for my car.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give 15% rebates twice a year, and you can imagine why. Nobody's on the road. There are far less accidents that they have to. Pay
Nobody's
off.
working. They can't afford to pay their insurance bills anyway.
Well, they can. Yeah.
Right.
True.
Now, here's what I've heard. It's kind of scary. Just this week, I heard that people who get the virus, go through it, and are considered to be completely cured, may still be able to pass it on. I don't know for how long. And nobody's quite sure if, once you've had it, if you are now immune to getting it again, like you are with many flus and so forth.
Good question, because you get the antibodies in your own bloodstream. They're going to use people's blood as a preventative. They're testing that. So we don't know much about it. One thing that's scary about this is it's totally new. You can be carrying it for 2 weeks with no symptoms, and then all of a sudden you can get it, or you can give it to somebody and never get it.
Yes, you can be handing it off to people even though you are not symptomatic.
Yes.
Yes. So now, because of this whole virus, because everybody is out of work, they're going to be handing out stimulus checks.
To stimulate us?
Stimulus checks.
Yes.
Now, what do you plan on doing with your stimulus check, Michael? It may be around $1,200.
Probably I'm not getting one.
Why not?
I don't have a job.
That's
What about you?
That's why.
Why
they're handing them out.
Oh. Well, I'll get online for that.
Yes, you should do
Who's
that.
going to sign the check? And can you believe it's going to be?
Pence.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Pence, yes.
He's in charge of the
Oh, he's in
coronavirus.
charge. Did you want to talk about the?
No, wait a minute.
What? Okay, before you have a line to go.
Well, I'm
finish
still
your
low
line.
on. I don't know about you. I'm starting to get kind of low on toilet paper. But
I started kind of low on toilet paper.
I'd be okay if only Fox News had a printed edition.
That's true.
Now, the thing about China, this virus originated out of China.
Yeah.
You know what? SARS was also originated out of China, and they haven't taken responsibility for any one of those. I think
it struck them.
Should the world not punish China for giving the whole world this coronavirus?
Yes. How do you punish a country? stop eating Chinese food. You know, around town.
Sanctions. We sanction them. We
Well,
don't buy anything from them.
Well, so in town, don't eat any Chinese food. Are there any Chinese places open in town?
No, restaurants aren't open.
Well, restaurants are open for takeout, and we've had takeout from a number of restaurants, and our friends have too, and we're looking forward to many more because it gets really boring making what you already know.
Well, the way you cook, I know.
Yes, it's not easy making oatmeal. You got to put water in it, I found out.
There's steel cut, and then there's the regular oats. So you have a variety there, Michael.
No, you just make it more complicated.
Rolled oats,
That's
steel
right.
cut.
Oh, let's talk about, we want to talk about the benefits of drinking whiskey.
Yes, before we get there.
Oh, you got 2 minutes.
Let me mention John Prine.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant songwriter and performer, died
He's really
this
good.
week. He died of the coronavirus. I'm sorry
He
to say.
was 77, I think. Is
Yep.
that about right?
Yeah, and he just had a recent album come out.
Yeah. He also had a lot of underlying health problems, I believe.
They did. And now they're predicting over 200,000 deaths from the coronavirus. Worldwide.
Not worldwide, America.
200,000.
It depends. I mean, how do you predict anything?
We don't know.
Right? You can't predict.
Now,
Whiskey.
Whiskey's good for you, it turns out.
Whiskey is surprising health benefits from drinking whiskey. There are at least 10 benefits, and we could delineate them. It's a weight loss aid. If you watch next week, we'll discuss why all this is. It helps you with weight loss. Helps with cancer prevention, stroke prevention. Whiskey can treat the common cold. My wife knows that because she drinks the drink called the penicillin, which is made with scotch. It's a stress destroyer.
That's true.
You ever get stressed, Mark? You never get stressed because you stay...
I don't get a lot of stress.
Yeah. It lowers the risk of dementia.
How would you know?
I don't know. You could just be drunk and you could say, I'm not demented, I'm drunk.
A lot of drunks act demented.
That's true. It aids digestion. That's if you do an aperitif with the different
It helps.
things.
You mean it helps with the digestion?
It helps. It aids digestion.
Oh, if you have AIDS and
AIDS. No, it doesn't give you AIDS. It just aids digestion. It helps prevent diabetes.
How's that? Because it's sugar. It turns the sugar in your body, Mike.
Consuming alcohol is not recommended for patients with diabetes. Studies have shown that long-term moderate alcohol intake could help the body regulate insulin, which could potentially reduce your risk of contracting type 2 diabetes.
Moderate being the key word.
However, heavy drinking could increase your risk.
Yes.
So moderation as usual. Treats the common cold, they say stroke. And then weight loss aid, because alcohol, actually whiskey, has less calories than beer.
Oh, by far, yes.
Yeah. So we're ready to close down. Is that it? Here's our mask.
We're about out of time. Is it my turn to wear it, Michael, or yours?
I don't know. Let me sneeze into it first.
Okay.
Depends on what places you go to. If you go to like one of the health food stores, everybody wears them. If you're in Albertsons, half the people wear them. And I think it's...
I wear gloves now when I go shopping.
Oh, that's the way you put them on.
Plastic gloves.
Do you?
I do.
If you wear gloves, don't forget to wash your gloves.
Thanks for joining us. If we're still alive next week, we'll see you right here on Double Talk.
Yes. Have a nice gin and tonic. Have a gin and tonic.
Happy Passover and Easter.
And
still
next week I will tell my story about buying liver in the store, because on the livers, chicken livers,
yes,
it was labeled for chicken gizzards. And then I told them, and they took it in the back, and they said, "Oh, you're right." And then I got it back, labeled for livers. It was like about 10% cheaper.
Can you tell the difference?
10% cheaper. I didn't know what a gizzard was. Do you know what a gizzard is?
No.